big breaking news for the 49ers. Brock Purdy met with the surgeon who's going to do his elbow surgery, met with him last Friday, and the surgeon decided to perform the surgery this upcoming Friday. So Brock Purdy hasn't had the surgery yet, but the plan is for him to have the surgery this Friday. What do you think of this news?
Not too groundbreaking. I mean, it's kind of what we thought. I originally it was reported Wednesday. Now it's going to be Friday for whatever reason.
That's March 10th.
The 10th. Maybe just a scheduling thing. Hopefully, some of the key wording in that news was they're hoping for the repair. So that's going to be big, man. On the 10th, after they have this surgery, when they go in, that's going to determine how the 49ers approach the quarterback position this offseason. If it comes back and he's just a repair back in 6 months, then that kind of changes things. Now you're looking for a third-string quarterback. If it's hybrid or Tommy John, you got to find somebody that can compete with Trey or at least second-string quarterback.
I find it interesting that he went to meet the surgeon last week, and the surgeon recommended wait another week, essentially. Because, I mean, like the way this is being framed is, he's good to go. Not necessarily. I mean, the surgeon essentially said, yeah, let's do this. Let's wait another 7 days. Because, it seems like it's not like he's busy. Like,
right.
I got a whole schedule filled next week. Nah, I think we probably should wait another 7 days to be careful. And then, I hope you'll be ready on that day. Maybe they're just being conservative, but it does kind of seem like, okay, so March 10th, that's 6 months out from that. It's about September 10th. That's usually when the NFL season starts. So maybe John and Kyle were talking to this guy like, all right, man, we can be conservative, but if we could get this done by the 10th, that would be great, because I'd really put him in line to at least start week 1 if we're real desperate.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think he's starting week 1. I mean, that's the perfect case, like best case scenario, no hitches, no holdbacks, no setbacks. Everything's perfect. He'll be available.
Also, worst case scenario in the sense that it means that Trey Lance was an abysmal failure this offseason.
Too. At minimum, it seems
at least.
Like yeah.
Because here's the thing. From the Niners' perspective, they could be like, you know what? Brock's our guy. Even though there's not enough evidence to say that, they could feel like Brock's our guy. He's coming back. Let's not rush him. But if we could get Trey Lance on the field for like a month straight and get some good performances out of him, boom, he's got trade value. We could trade him before the trade deadline and do right by him and all that kind of stuff. That could be the plan.
I hope.
Although better plan is to just keep both young quarterbacks and see what you got, because you don't really know what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that's not the plan. I hope there's no I want to trade Trey Lance talk. What I think they should do is use this opportunity with Brock Purdy injured to see what they got in Trey Lance. Give him 4 starts, 4 consecutive starts. Niners always start slow anyways, right? So what are they worried about? They always start slow. Give Trey Lance 4 starts while Brock Purdy's recovering from this injury. See what you got in him before you make any decisions.
I have a simple request, too, with this Trey Lance experiment. They've already leaked through the press. Was it Albert Breer? I forget who it was. That Trey Lance is not the athlete they thought he would be. Apparently, they thought they were drafting Justin Fields. Mm-hmm. But they got Trey Lance, and they've gotten him injured multiple times trying to be Justin Fields or whoever, Tim Tebow. Yeah. Before the Niners give up on him and relegate him to the bench or trade him, can they just give him a shot playing quarterback in their system?
Please.
Let him see what it looks like, because they did it one time, and it looked good. He won the game against Houston. Every other time, he's had to be like the leading rusher on the team. Just a little extended look of him playing quarterback in the system, the same way Brock Purdy does. I'd like to see what that looks like. I think they need to see what that looks like.
We've had 4 starts from Trey Lance. One was with a broken finger, 16 design runs against Arizona. That's not a real tell of how he plays quarterback.
Not 16 design runs, but 16 overall runs. Some of those were scrambles, but a lot of those were design runs up the middle with no lead blocker.
It was 9.
On first, that sounds right. 9 sounds right. Just straight up like, here I go. And that's where the Tim Tebow stuff looked like. That's what Tim Tebow did in college. It's like, okay, you just want it like, you want your quarterback to take 4 or 5 hits on every play. That's what you want. You're inviting it. Okay.
Yeah. With a broken finger. So he had
all right.
16 runs, 9 designs with a broken finger. That was Arizona. Then we had Chicago in a monsoon, right? Then we had Seattle, a couple possessions. The only real time he played quarterback was against the Texans, and he was 70% completion percentage, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 31 rushing yards. Like, that was what Trey Lance can be. And we've had one game of actually seeing Trey Lance play quarterback. So let's see 4 in a row, 4 consecutive games, 4 game plans for Trey Lance to play the quarterback position. That's what I want to see.
Agree. Now there's some disagreement online about when the schedule the surgery is, but Matt Barrow says it's Friday. Mm-hmm. Michael Silver says it's now scheduled. He had originally said it was Thursday. They pushed it back to Friday. Again, I'm telling you, they're pushing it back. They're trying to frame it like good news. He's ready. But the real story here is he's not ready yet. It's not Monday. Because you usually think, let's meet up Friday. If all things go, let's do this first thing Monday morning, right? I usually do things first thing Monday morning. It's a good time to do things. That's when we do our show. First thing Monday morning. Right. If not that, maybe Wednesday. No, let's reconvene on Friday next week. Okay. Yeah. That seems like, not the best news, but not the worst.
No. There's something going on with that swelling. I don't know why it's been swollen for so long. I talked to doctors that said it's not very common. It's not completely unusual. But, I mean, it's been a month, right? It's been a month since he got injured.
And it seems to me what's happening is more than a month. It was January. What's happening is they're going to a baseball surgeon, someone who's done this a lot. But what he's saying is like, look, guys, this isn't a baseball injury. Pitchers, this is something. They don't hit their arm against a pass rusher. It's wear and tear. This man hit his arm against a 250-pound pass rusher who was coming with, opposing force. He wasn't just standing there. So this could be, when they finally open it up, it could be worse. And they don't know though. I mean, I guess the MRI looked promising. So there's that, but they'll have to see. And so far they keep saying like, not yet. Well,
and here's the crazy thing, Grant, like best case scenario, he comes back 6 months from today or from Friday and he's 100% Brock Purdy. That's absolute best case scenario. The other scenarios are hybrid, which would be like 9 months. Tommy John, which takes him out the whole season. But even if he gets to the 6-month surgery and he comes back, there is no guarantee that Brock Purdy is going to be the same quarterback he was. None at all.
Because last year, he had an entire offseason.
Yeah.
This year, he would have none. And it's not like he's necessarily Aaron Rodgers where he can just roll out of bed and play quarterback at a high level. Maybe he can. I don't know. But this is maybe not. Maybe he's he needs that preparation. We'll see.
49 for me, even based on how great he played, and he played really well last year, right? As the season went on, they started off hot, like really phenomenal. As the season went on, well, just not like phenomenal, not like this is our franchise quarterback. So to me, it's such a small sample size that even if he was 100% healthy right now, I wouldn't be like, okay, this is our franchise quarterback. But the fact that he's injured, they don't know when he's coming back. If the 49ers invest fully into Brock Purdy right now, I think that's a huge mistake. It's way too soon. Way too soon.
I think what they found is that young quarterbacks with a limited physical skill set, maybe guys that other teams would overlook, can flourish on the 49ers for a time. So instead of just clinging to Brock and rushing him back and being desperate, why don't you take a step back and be like, maybe we could do this again. Maybe Brock Purdy wouldn't have been this good on other teams. Maybe you put Brock Purdy on Arizona, he would have struggled like everyone else in Arizona, but you put him here and it works. Maybe there are 4 or 5 quarterbacks who fit that criteria in this draft that you could maybe look at. That's the way I look at it. I don't see why the Niners need to rush Brock back or beg Tom Brady to come out of retirement or sign some freaking has-been. We're going to get into the options when there's so many Brock Purdy-esque quarterbacks. Let's not rewrite history and pretend that Brock Purdy was super special, as a physical specimen. I mean, there are other people like Brock Purdy out there. I believe it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brock. Stephen Pryor, thank you very much for becoming a member. I appreciate you, and I see you. Jose Batista says, went for dinner with my girl Applebee's the other day, and Fernando came on. It was magical. Oh, that's when you know you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Applebee's, baby.